This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com. The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
And the Coaches Show brought to you today by JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, jewelry, letter, jackets, yearbooks, graduation products, and more. You can visit them online at jhacompany.com. John Dinkins back with you here with the head coach of the Oakland Patriots, Kevin Creasy. And, Coach, I was a little worried about last night's game, and I'll tell you why. Such a big, huge win against a team in Texas, Anna, and you get to worrying, okay, that was such a huge win. Can they come down from that a little bit and play ball, which it turned out I was worried about nothing.
Well, we did come out a little flat to start the game. Definitely lost the time of possession. They had the ball a lot the first quarter, but, I think you look at the things that we worked on this week. I think the defense played lights out. Our special teams made some huge plays. And, our offense, we were out there 3 plays the first quarter, and we still had 14 points because it was Chase Bandy pick 6 for 80 yards, and then T.T. Hill had a punt return for 95 yards. So, when you can score other ways besides offense, that's always a good thing.
Well, it does. It sure takes a lot of pressure off your offense a little bit. But the second quarter, you pretty much dominated, and I think that's really where the game just turned, and you were able to take that victory with a good second quarter. I think, 21 points in the second quarter?
Yeah, I thought we finally got rolling a little bit. Like I said, definitely had to get rolling on offense. I think we had a few big plays. Like I said, T.T. Hill had another big night, and then we had a sophomore, Camonte Bass, who's stepping in for DeJuan Morris, who's still injured, and he had a heck of a game.
And Kyler had a good game last night, too, a 33-yard pass and a 7-yard pass. And that's what you want to see out of him, too, and kind of a combination of putting it together for both passing and running the football, right?
Yeah, trying to spread the ball around, different receivers, just got to get on the same page. We missed some pretty wide open passes that we got to get better at, before we start region play. And but for the most part, he's pretty efficient. Didn't throw any deep ball short, that was for sure. And like I said, we had a bunch of different guys making plays, catching the ball.
All right, I want to talk about Kamani Bass because I know he was in the paper and online. And what the most shocking thing about him that I read in that article, I think that really shocked me, was 5'6", 130. Is that ringing wet, 130? I mean, that's a small little guy.
That's on a good day. It's usually around 125, 126. But he certainly doesn't play 130. He is a physical runner. He is a heck of a blocker. And like I said, if he puts on a few more pounds, he will be dangerous. So he's definitely a ball player. And anybody that's played against him, takes notice. I know we had some scrimmages with Lipscomb and McCauley, and they were all asking, who this kid was.
Yeah. And then you've got with him coming around as a sophomore, that gives you an opportunity to use Tut in more ways, and particularly rest him a little bit on offense because he's such a valuable player on defense for you.
Yeah. Tut probably was in on offense 10, 15 plays, but when he's in, he makes the most of it. And like I said, it's good to have a guy that can give Tut a rest and let Tut make some big plays on defense. And, I think Tut's valuable to us in all 3 phases. T.T. Hill's punt return, Tut, the guy back there protecting him to lead him to the wall and all that stuff. So, just good to get a bunch of different faces in, people in, see who can play, see who can't play. And, Kamande Bass is definitely a guy that can play.
Well, with Dewan out a little bit, you've had to kind of use Bass a little bit more in the running game, along with T.T. Hill's doing a good job. I think he had 82 yards rushing last night. Hainsworth with 38 yards rushing, and Tutt came in 4 carries, 33 yards. So it's good to kind of spread that around, and really Bass probably in the receiving end probably has a lot of yardage, but I know a lot of times you use him in the running game too. And the way you run the offense, that is kind of a run anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, he's been in our system for a long time, and going all the way back to his middle school days. So he's used to our offense and does a heck of a job with us.
The game pretty much out of reach after the second quarter of play, and good to see up at halftime. Kind of playing a weather game last night because there was rain all around us and lightning and everything, but I guess it didn't interrupt you guys at all.
No, we were lucky with the weather. Like I said, it was a good second quarter for us. Third quarter, I thought we came out after halftime and did a good job of stopping those guys. Brownsville, Haywood County has a lot of good athletes. They got a heck of a team. They're going to make a lot of noise in 4A this year. So they had their mindset that they were going to go for it on fourth downs and push the envelope on that. Figuring they had nothing to lose. I mean, non-region game. 4A against 6A, and
right.
Like I said, they converted some fourth downs early, and then, like I said, our defense stepped up, and after that, they gave us the ball in great field position on offense when they started knocking down some passes and sacking the quarterbacks on fourth down.
All right, you've got 3 games under your belt. You're 3-0, and which is a good place to be. Where do you feel you guys are? Offensively and defensively, because I know the scores they look impressive, but from a coach's eyes, where are the needs? Where are the things you think you need to improve on a little bit to go down the stretch drive here? We're in the middle portion coming up, and then through the rest of the season.
Yeah, we're thin. We're thinner than we've ever been. Probably, we've got some two-way players. That usually we only got a couple two-way players. Now we got about 5 or 6. So yeah, we're thin at some spots. So we're looking for some guys to come in and help build some depth. We feel like we have some guys step up, kind of like Bass did at running back. We'll be fine. But right now we're thin and. Just looking for some guys that can give us some valuable minutes and help us, make this a good playoff run.
When you can get a score up a little bit, too, that really helps to kind of develop that depth because you get a chance to see some guys that in game situation that you ordinarily wouldn't get to see, I would think.
Yeah, there's several people that, got to carry the ball, several people that rotated in on defense. So, yeah, that's part of it. But, I think, we go in and play Independence, first game, and then play the Texas team, Anna, week 2. That's a quality opponent. Week 3, Haywood was coming in undefeated. Now Antioch's coming in 3-0. They're undefeated. So, having some quality opponents kind of, lets you look on film and see, whether these guys are able to play against good competition or not. And you turn right back around and you got Blackman after that. So, at least our guys will be battle tested. I just hope we can get our, some of our starters back in the mix, out of the training room and back on the field.
Kevin Creasy, our guest here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner. Coach, Antioch, if you scheduled them 4 or 5 years ago, we go, well, that's a win. Just be quite honest. Mm-hmm. Not anymore. That's not the same Antioch, is it?
No, it's not. Playoff team last year. I think they may have won the region last year.
Mm-hmm.
We played them early, of course, last year, and didn't really watch much film on them. After we played them, but knew then they had a quality quarterback. I think his dad's the offensive coordinator, so they do a heck of a job. Got a new coach over there that's always won everywhere he's been. So again, they're a playoff team. I expect them to make a lot of noise and. They're shooting to win their region title, and like I said, it may be the second one in a row.
I don't care what anybody says, whoever you play, it's a tough go. I mean, non-district, and then you have to play your district teams, which that is not easy at all.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. This region, always is going to be tough. Region games are, real tough games, no matter what the records are. You can throw that out the window. But then you look, and you got, like I said, Antioch rolling in. It's our homecoming. We're celebrating homecoming this week, and don't want that to be a distraction or anything. But at the same time, 2 years ago when you're scheduling this game, Antioch was not the team we thought they were going to be this year. So at the end of the day, you better be ready to play because they have a lot of pride with what they're doing, a good quarterback leading the way, and, like I said, a heck of a team to start 3-0.
Well, I'm going to ask you I'm curious about after the win last week against Anna. Tell me how, after the game, how was transportation? How did you get back, and was anything different in preparation for this game that you won last night from the game with Anna?
No, we jumped right back on the bus. A bunch of us did. Several players, stayed with their parents, made a weekend of
right.
it, flew back. I took care of some of our coaches. I let them pick a plane ticket and find them a way back to town, so they don't have to ride the bus. But a few of us younger coaches like myself, we stayed on the bus, and, my back's been paying for it ever since. I'm still hurting right now, but got back and could have easily just been like, boys, y'all did such a great job, patted them on the back and let them off for Labor Day. But that's just not what we do here.
Yeah.
We labor on Labor Day. So we got back and, told them how good they were. I told them how they needed to forget about that win and get busy on Haywood, because Haywood is a perennial power.
Right. Yes.
They're
yes.
going to make plenty of noise in 4A. You may see them, in the Blue Cross Bowl in 4A. Got plenty of great players, and like I said, we labored on Labor Day just like we always have.
So when they took a plane with their parents, they had to be back by Monday, right?
That's right. That's right.
Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday, but get back. Oh, Coach, good to talk to you, and sorry you weren't up here in person, but I don't know if the donuts are all gone. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, it's all right. Just, give them to, I don't know, whoever's next.
All right, Coach. Good luck against Antioch, and that's going to be a home game. Come out to Oakland and see a good football game. Kevin Creasy, our guest. This portion of the show is brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, who will work with you to develop a complete, tailored strategy to help you achieve your financial goals. That's Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. When we come back, we're talking Stewart's Creek football.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law